Well, hello. I'll be presenting a report how Serbian students have exposed a new face, new tools, and approach to authoritarian repression by Vučić regime. Now, my name is Vuk Nektarijevic, and I am a senior expert at the European Training Network, as well as former director for the Balkan Security Network framework, which was created to actually address exactly this kind of issues. Although before the latest cutting-edge new technologies have emerged, like supercomputing and AI up to this extent as they work now in mass media, and when now they're actively also used by the security services. So I'm sure that most of you know that since September 2024, Serbia has experienced one of Europe's largest students-led protest movements, triggered by the collapse of a train station canopy in Novi Sad, which killed 16 people, and protests demanding accountability, systemic reform. They challenge President, well, he's surely not anymore legitimate president, but holds the title. They've challenged his autocratic rule. Now, Vuk Nektarijevic, one of the students, also my son, 19 years old, engineer student, emerged as one of the most popular through his leadership, actually, and activism in Tour de Strasbourg, which is 1,300 kilometers long bicycle journey to deliver students' demands to EU institutions. And his activism gained widespread coverage in Serbia, Bosnia, international media, amplifying the protest's global impact. Now, in response, the Serbian government, led by Vučić and the SNS, this progressive party, forefront people, launched a coordinated campaign to discredit Vuk, and that spilled over to the entire family. So also I'm under this criminal security service and media regime, government media and government bots attack. And they have been using over 40 criminal, actually, articles in state control media so far, as by the 25th of April, including their famous brands like Kurir, Informer, Pink, Blitz, Novosti, Alo, Moja TV, Republika, Novi Magazin, Politika, while those who supposedly should be independent, like N1, Nova, Radio 21, although independent, reported on internal divisions among protesters, and similarly. So that was the result of a bot-driven social media assault involving more than 100 attacks, accounts spreading fabricated accusations, boosting them, and presenting also direct threats, and suspected involvement of security services, agencies like BIA, in leaking data, providing surveillance and information and other info, and orchestrating this coordinated campaign is almost undisputable. However, I'd like you to read the report I've created the initial version, which was published yesterday, and you'll find a detailed description of the attacks. However, I still cannot present all the findings because we also started criminal investigation against those who had unjustly accused Vuk, myself and my family, as racists, Zionists, then rapists. I can't even remember all the beautiful names they gave us. Anyway, so that's about it as the first announcement. Several authorities on the EU side had been informed. We also have decided to use this case in Horizon Europe Civil Security work program, and we also decided to use this case in CERF program and address these type of threats, not only for Vuk and his colleagues, but to try to expand and to build up the capacities to combat this type of disinformation enabled by the new technologies and new methodologies, which I described in the report, and so on and so on. I also was free to publish preliminary findings about those accounts, people and media involved in the attacks. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed, and much more is there to follow. I think that we'll be looking at a very interesting investigation on how Serbian security services work in my future reportings and findings by the EU authorities and by also independent authorities which were invited to assist. So, thank you for your attention.